Hello, my name is Manuela Nivia. Welcome to MYC in the ICT, a show that highlights what the Mayor's Youth Council is about. Joining me today are Emily Stevens and Brandon McGuire, who will be talking about the Mayor's Youth Council. Emily, how did the Mayor's Youth Council get started?
Well, in 2008, the Regional Prevention Center at Mirror Incorporated and the City of Wichita joined together to create the Mayor's Youth Council. And they did so with the vision that students would be able to not only feel secure and educated, but also connected to this community. In conjunction with the Regional Prevention Center and, of course, the city, members of the Youth Council are given the tools and education to make decisions that affect the lives, not only of themselves, but in their futures within the community as well.
What were some of the goals that MYC was created with?
The program is designed with the thought in mind that it would increase protective factors by bonding youth to their community. There's quite a bit of research that basically states that once a person, whether it be youth or whatnot, is bonded to their community, they're more likely to give back in some sort of fashion, and we hope that that fashion is through Mayor's Youth Council.
Is there a motto that is connected with Mayor's Youth Council?
The mission of the Mayor's Youth Council is to provide Wichita youth with the opportunity to weigh in on community issues and learn about their local government.
Okay, what are the different ways that Mayor's Youth Council works to accomplish its goals?
Well, it's a student-driven organization. We have 32 members this year, and among those 32 members, we have 4 executive board members, a mayor, vice mayor, a manager, and a clerk of council. The rest of the members are divided into committees, 6 different committees, and then there's a chair per committee who was elected by the members of the Mayor's Youth Council. Each committee focuses on a different aspect of the organization, but there's a heavy component of volunteerism, and they plan volunteer opportunities and other events throughout the year around the community.
Okay.
And as Brandon was saying, they're on their committees, but they also are on MYC as a whole too, and so everyone is encouraged to go to those events that maybe like the volunteer opportunities that Brandon mentioned. Everyone kind of takes part in what's going on and not just one committee in particular. That way we can kind of all bond together as a functioning organization.
All right. What are some of the goals for this year specifically that you'd like to see accomplished?
Well, overall, MYC has 4 main goals. The first one is to forge partnerships within the community. Second is to engage youth in projects throughout the city. Third is to be a representative body for the youth of Wichita. And then fourth is to be a positive role model, more specifically for younger peers of the Mayor's Youth Council members. And they do that through educational support and leadership opportunities. But I would say probably one of the main goals that we as the staff would see is that our students look at what's been done in the past and either maybe recreate what's worked well or try to foster new ideas that way they can keep working towards those goals that have been set for them.
Okay, I know Mayor's Youth Council is always looking to get better, and how are your changes this year? Are you having any changes for Mayor's Youth Council?
Well, the main change that we're facing this year is with our organizational structure, the structure of our committees. The students decided at the end of last year to implement a new structure that's more based on National League of Cities best practices. And so I guess just the students and the members adjusting to that new structure and their new roles would probably be our biggest challenge this year.
Okay. And what are some of the upcoming events that MYC is looking forward to?
Some of the members are currently finalizing the details of Junior Jumpstart. What that is a day-long retreat for middle school and high school members to come to, and they are given the opportunity to learn about drug and alcohol misuse, time management, peer pressure, just to name a few. This project's actually a partnership that Mayor's Youth Council does with the Wichita's Promise Youth Council and then some students from the School of Social Work at Wichita State University. So it's a really neat opportunity for us to not only go back to forging that partnership that we talked about earlier, but also give our students the opportunity to practice facilitating workshops and putting them directly into that leadership role.
All right. What are some of the main events that MYC hosts or participates in yearly?
Well, in addition to Junior Jumpstart, like I mentioned, MYC also hosts an annual event called Young Leaders Across Wichita, and that's a day-long community service project that multiple teens from throughout the community kind of go simultaneously do community service across the city. In addition to that, our members also participate in a lot of the events that the Park and Recreation Department here at the city puts together, their favorite being A Night with Santa and recently Wichita Play Day.
In some other events that we participate in, the Wagon Master Chili Cook-Off, for example, we receive invitations and requests to staff volunteer events and try to accommodate those as possible.
That's one of the things I like the most about MYC, the fact that you have so many different events which give you the opportunity to get involved in the communities.
Yeah, and we hear from a lot of organizations around the community asking for support, and we try to get out there and help them.
That's good representation. What would you recommend for those hoping to join MYC in future years?
Well, I think if someone who isn't a member right now and is hoping to become a member, probably one of the best ways to get to know who we are is just to come find out. Come to our programs. We put on a number of programs throughout the year, or as Brandon was mentioning, we're at a number of programs. Even if they're not hosted by us, we're still at them. So I would definitely encourage anyone who's interested in joining Mayor's Youth Council to come start learning us and meet our current membership. And it's a really great way for them to learn if this is even something that is their interest and that they would like to be a part of. Recruitment season starts in the early spring, so anyone who's interested, I would definitely encourage them to keep their eyes peeled for any information as spring comes along.
Yeah, a couple other options are wichita.gov, the city's website. There will be some information about that you can find there. And then the Mayor's Youth Council is working on launching a dedicated website as well in the future.
Okay, very cool. What are some issues that MYC supports or has supported in the past?
Well, one issue that comes to mind is the texting ban. There's a statewide ban on texting while driving, and the Mayor's Youth Council, through its full support behind that, it got some experience with lobbying and public relations, and took a trip up to Topeka, and actually because of the council's work on that issue, Governor Parkinson signed it in the presence of the council, invited them to witness the signing of that bill. So that's one that we're really proud of. There's been other issues like recycling, and then issues pertaining to youth that impact youth in the community and statewide that the Youth Council has really gotten involved in as well.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add before we close?
Well, I'd just like to add that a lot of what we do, it takes a little bit of funding, and we couldn't experience the success that we've had without our partnership with Spirit Aero Systems. They've been very generous with us in the past and in the present.
Thank you both so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about the Mayor's Youth Council, go to wichita.gov and click on the Mayor's Youth Council link. Thank you for watching MYC in the ICT.